And if you ever want to come over there and get your hands dirty, trust me, we can always use the help.
I mean, I can always help if you need some help.
Well, you know what? Hey, you got some work boots? Cause
I do. I still have my prison boots.
Do you really?
Yes.
Where they at? Can we see them joints? Can we do some show and tell? All right. What's going on, everybody? Another day. It's cold as hell today. You know, it's crazy because one day it'll be t-shirt weather and the next day it's flexing with the Patriots starter jacket weather. It's Valentine's Day, for God's sakes, folks, so I figured I ought to wear red. Folks, today what we're getting ready to do is we're getting ready to get an update that a lot of you guys have asked for, and one that I've got no problem bringing to you guys. And who that update is featuring is the awesome Shannon. Folks, we haven't seen Shannon in a little bit of time, and there's definitely some things that I'm hopeful that we get a chance to share with you guys today in relation to her. One of which being, and I've already talked to her about this, so she's cool with me saying this, one of which being that Shannon was just recently put in to be released from probation. Talk about doing everything the right way, which she's been doing, and when you do everything the right way, you get rewarded for that. They put Shannon in to be... I was hearing a squeak. I thought that was coming from a truck. It was a diesel driving by. Shannon was just recently put in to be released from probation, and folks, unfortunately, that didn't happen. Pretty crazy situation that took place, so we're gonna definitely be talking about that and a lot more. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get to driving. Not gonna spend the whole time talking and filming while driving the truck. We're on our way to go see Shannon, so let's go get this Shannon update. This jacket is pretty fly though. I haven't broke this thing out in a long time, especially considering the way my Patriots performed in the playoffs. Hello.
Hi.
Hey Shannon.
How are you?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, you know, fantastic.
What's been going on with you?
Well, trying to get off probation. So that's a big thing. My probation officer is writing a letter to the courts to try to get me off. But I don't know if they're going to say yes, since they found 4 more fines that I owe, so...
Oh, I thought you were about to say they found some extra charges.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. But I thought they were all paid this whole time, so now that I'm finding out I owe all this money, it's crazy.
It's always something, ain't it?
I'm telling you. They don't make it easy. They definitely don't make it easy.
So you didn't know about none of this. You had paid everything that you needed to pay. You got your license back, or at least your restricted license. None of this had popped up until they were trying to get you up off of probation.
Right. I had put in a travel pass to try to go to Tennessee, and the supervisor reviewed my file, and she's like, why don't we just try to get her off probation? So I was in the office, and they're trying to get all the paperwork settled, and she calls the courthouse, and the courthouse tells her I still owe all this money. So I went and paid my restitution that day and set up a payment plan, so I hope that's not going to hold me up from getting off.
I don't think that it will. I mean, it's just crazy that it's held you up and that it even popped up. I mean, this is probably from years ago, right?
I mean, it's from when I got arrested last time. It was from 4 charges that I didn't know I still owed money on.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, it's always something, but one thing about it, I mean, like you said, the same day you went and set up payment plans and paid restitution on that stuff. So I don't see any reason why they would hold you.
I hope not. They seem to think that restitution, when I talked to the lady at the courthouse, she seems to think that that was the most important part. So I paid that day. So we'll see what happens. I got about 3 more weeks probably before I get an answer.
And how were they talking when, you know, after the fact, when they put the letter in again?
I mean, like, she didn't put it in at all. We were in the office talking, and she was going through everything, making sure everything was straight to send. So, I mean, they did put it in, but now I'm just going to have to wait and see what they say.
Well, shout out to you for doing what you need to do and always keeping a positive frame of mind. You weren't very positive when you found out about this. I saw your Facebook post about that, and I was like, oh, Lord.
Oh, no, I know. I was pissed. Because when you go to the courthouse, you have to go to all 3 different floors to pay everything. So the financial center at the very bottom, the only thing I owe, they can't even collect on anymore because it's too old. What is it, like the general district court? I don't owe anything there. It's still all up in...
high court.
In the high court, yeah. So We'll see what happens. I'm hoping.
You're getting everything taken care of that you need to get taken care of. You're doing everything that you need to do, and you haven't given these people any reason to hold you. So I imagine they're going to be letting you go.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Shannon, what's the first thing you want to do when you get off of probation?
Go to Tennessee.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like smoke a blunt or something. But no.
Oh, God, no. No, go to Tennessee, see Kelly, so that'll be great.
So for those who don't know, is it okay to say that in Tennessee, Kelly, that's your girlfriend?
Yeah.
And she just recently got released, and you being on probation doesn't make it easy for you and her to be able to see each other.
God, no. And she's got 8 years of probation there, so it's going to be really hard for her to do anything.
You're doing what you need to do, and hopefully everything's going to work out. I know it's going to work out because you're doing what you need to do. And had you not been doing what you need to do, then it would have been a completely different story.
Right. I mean, I hope that the court says yes. Like, I have my fingers crossed. Hopefully they're going to let me.
You need me to go to court and speak for you? I've been doing that a little bit lately. Whether it's good or it's bad, I've been dealing with the court, so.
I mean, like, I don't think I get to go to a court date. So I don't know how you would do that, but I mean, the probation officer put the letter in, so hopefully they'll just agree with her.
I want to share something real quick because I've dealt with this personally, and my situation is different than yours because when they initially put the letter in for me to get off of probation, I was on probation in the same city that you are, and my probation was issued to me from a different city. So it was from Suffolk where I was originally charged, but they put the letter in and it went in front of the judge. It's actually on the docket, so they actually have to have like a little court hearing about it. But they denied me, and the reason they denied me, at least I feel like the reason they denied me, was because they didn't know nothing about any of the good that I was doing. They just saw my charges and what I was on probation for. So, of course they said no the first time. But your situation is different. You're right here in the city, and these people know what you're doing. So
yeah, I mean, I really hope they're gonna let me off probation. I'm kind of I'm 50-50 whether they're going to let me go or not, and it's the only thing I can think can hold me back is those fines. So,
do you ever worry that if they let you off of probation, there's no more leash on you? I hate to say it like that, but do you ever worry that without the fear of a violation or something like that, you could get a little more lax in your thinking or judgment, and maybe that caused you to go out there and do something that you might regret later?
I don't think so because I don't ever want to go back to prison. So I know the next time I get a charge, there's going to be no bond and it's going to be prison time. So there's just.
I thought you said the next time that you get a charge, I'm going to hold court in the street. Catch me if you can. No, and you're right. If you do get locked up again and you get in any more trouble, that's it. Your ass is going right back to prison. You know where you're going. So at least you've got the right mind state. And the reason why I even asked that question is I hate to keep throwing my experience in it, but there was a time when I was off of probation, getting released from prison. I had no leash, but old Joe was, wilding back then. So first thing I was looking for was, where's the party at?
Right. I mean, probation has a certain degree of accountability, but at this point, I don't even want to go back to that old lifestyle. So I think I'm going to be fine.
I feel the same way. Shannon, a lot of people have been asking about you. Where is Shannon? Where you been, girl?
Working, like I always am, working. Hanging out here, watching TV, that's about it.
You watch any good shows?
I just started watching Game of Thrones.
Is that any good? Everybody keeps talking about it.
God, it's amazing. They're so brutal, though.
Is it violent?
Yes.
I might need to check that out. How's work been going?
It's going good. It's going good. After work tonight, it should be so busy. Oh my God. I don't even know how busy it's going to be. I'm sure we're going to have a line at the door for hours.
I went to where you work at not too long ago. I was looking for you there. I don't think you were working that day, but I see you in there from time to time. I'll come up there, and is it ever awkward when I come in there? It's me and my wife, and hey, Shannon, what's going on?
No, it's not awkward, but it's funny because there's a guy that works there that's always like, if you tell him that you're there, he's like, oh, can I bring the food?
I've met that guy. He's a younger kid. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's super nice.
I love the place that you work at. The food's amazing there. The service is really good too, so I'd never say anything bad about that place. What, completely off subject, how's the car been treating you?
It's good, other than the fact I think the fan belt's about to break. So.
Lord, don't even talk about no fan belts, girl.
I know, I'm telling you,
Let me
I was laughing when you were going through it because I'm like, oh, yep, that's me too. And I have no idea how much it costs to change a fan belt. I certainly can't do it.
It's $10 is what it should cost. It's what it should cost. Let me not recommend a mechanic for you. If you go anywhere, just don't go where I've gone, because even after all the money I've spent, my truck is still making this damn noise. So
it seems to only make the noise if I turn on the fan, but the thing is sometimes it's cold and I can't defrost the windows, or it's humid and I can't get them to clear up. So I've been having to drive without it, and that really sucks.
Well,
So
definitely check out this video after I get this uploaded. It's going to be uploaded probably over the weekend or Monday, one of those days. Okay. And the comment section, people are going to let you know. There's people who know a lot about cars. They've been telling me all about my car. Joe, you're retarded for keep going to this damn mechanic. But people know about these vehicles. And obviously this mechanic shop that I've been dealing with, they're just out for the payday. So
right. I was thinking about just taking it to the place real close to where I work, but like I said, I have all these fines I owe, and then I found out I owe all this money in taxes, which really sucked. So like I thought I was starting to get caught up, but I'm absolutely not caught up at all.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you, and boy, taxes is a conversation I never want to have. You know, sometimes doing the right thing will lead you to believe that what are you doing the right thing for? Because it's only like you get ahead and then you're living right and then stuff just starts to bury you.
I know. At least federal will make you let you make payments. I don't know what Virginia's going to do because I owe them like $1,700. I owe federal, I think, $1,500. So we'll see what happens.
How's the place been?
Great. Quiet.
You know, can I just like pan this camera around and just show this place? Girl, you keep this place spotless.
Well, I'm going to confess that it was a little messy yesterday, but when I found out you were coming, I cleaned it up real quick.
Oh, let me find out you clean for company.
Yeah.
I see these teddy bears over here in this corner, and it makes me wonder, what are you doing for today? Today's Valentine's Day.
Working. I'm working tonight. Those are my granddaughter's teddy bears. I tried to get my daughter to come by and get their stuff, but she said I live in the far away, so she doesn't want to drive all the way out here.
Girl, you out here. You out here in the sticks. You know, speaking of Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day to you, Shannon.
Thanks. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, thank you. I got to do something super special for my wife today, and I've done no planning, so I'm kind of in the doghouse right now, but I'm going to fix that. I'm going to cook her a nice little prison meal for dinner tonight. And
I'm sure she'll love that.
We're going to eat it by candlelight, so there we go. Speaking of Valentine's Day, this is not your first Valentine's Day out here. It's probably, what, like your second, third?
Second.
So even though you've already been out here for Valentine's Day, is this Valentine's Day any more significant because of the fact that, well, your girl's home?
Yeah. I mean, at least I can talk to her on the phone and, you know, more often or whatever. I can actually call her. And I got to send her some stuff because, you know, you can't do that in prison. So, I mean, it made it a little bit better, yeah. We've
never met your girl. I've seen, you know, pictures, and we may never even get a chance to meet her. And, you know, whether we do or we don't, that's one thing. But, you know, I do want to ask, how's she dealing with life now that she's released?
Oh, my God, she's doing so good. She's already got a job. She's so close to getting her license back. All her fines are paid, and not her court fines, but the fines to get her license back. Her reinstatement fees paid, so she just has to show proof and go down there and get her license back. So, I mean, she's doing great things.
Oh, hell yeah. Special shout out to her. And I'm hitting you with 21 questions. Forgive me for doing this because, you know, when I bring this update, I got to make sure that I come correct because people will be like, Dan, Joe, why didn't you ask this? So while I'm thinking about other things that I could be asking you, I told you this on the phone before I came over here. Shannon, we're getting ready to get back to some prison cooking in a major way. You've been home for what now, over 2 years?
No, not quite 2 years. It's been about 1.5 years. It'll be 2 years in October.
Damn, it'll be 5 years in October for me. That is super ironic. But with the mention of getting back to prison cooking, we'd like to get you back in the kitchen. And we're getting ready to start 2 different things. One is called 5-Star Prison Cooking and the Prison Cooking. And the other one is the After Prison Show cook-offs again. Where Shannon,
so fun.
You absolutely bodied it in those competitions. I think we only did 2. We did one with you versus Dave, and then one with...
It was just me versus Dave. I haven't done another one.
No, we did 2 total, though. One was you versus Dave, and I think we did Dave versus somebody else, maybe Rabbit. Can't remember. But in both situations, he lost. You won in your competition, but this time we're going to do it a little different. We're going to have like a bracket. It's going to be like, you know, one person gets eliminated, then we got the next round and the playoffs, and...
Sounds fun.
We're going to crown a champion, and we're going to have to figure out a cool little prize for them to win. So we'll have to figure that out. But you be down for that?
Ramen noodles, yeah, absolutely.
Word. Hell yeah. Well, look, I don't want to make this super long, and I don't want to ask you, is there anything that you want to say in conclusion to all of this? And I know I'm probably forgetting to ask you some things, but... let me say a couple of things in conclusion, because I can't never say enough. Shannon, you've been home for 1.5 years. You've been working your ass off. You've gotten your license back. You've paid off court fines. You've moved off of a couch that you slept on for, what, 10 months?
Oh, my God, yes.
10 months.
I know, that couch was awful, too. Like, I would wake up hurting everywhere, kind of like in prison.
And then you got your own place that you keep spotless. I'd like to, you know what, one of these days, I just want to come knock on this damn door when you're not suspecting and see how you're really living over here, because now you got me curious.
I mean, you know, come on.
But with everything that you're doing, I'm super proud of you. A lot of people are super proud of you as well. And you are an inspiration to a lot of people, women especially, you know, because you're a chick and all. That sounded so bad. You're an inspiration to a lot of people because you've gotten out here and you have just kept it on the right track and just kept looking forward. So I thank you. And After Prison Show thanks you for being such a positive inspiration to everybody. Now, with mentioning all of that, I do want to say this. You know, you probably see from time to time some of the crazy stuff that we're dealing with outside of, you know, your part of After Prison Show. And I'm sure you got to look at some of this stuff and just be like, thank God this ain't me, boy. God, I'm glad I ain't got to deal with this or anything like that. But, you know, is there anything that you've seen going on recently with anything that, you know, you'd like to say anything about?
I mean, I kind of felt really bad when all that shit happened to you with the house. And other than that, like that poor Dave guy, I feel for him because I would hate to have to know I'm going to prison and have to go to court. I would hate it.
He actually lucked out though. He got the drug block. He's already in the drug block. So as long as he completes that, he could be home in probably like 5 months. And APS has been showing him some love. We just sent him a nice little care package. So he's going to be all right in there.
Yeah.
But Shannon, I'm grateful for, you know, your condolences to me and everything that's been going on with the house. But it's gonna come together. And if you ever want to come over there and get your hands dirty, trust me, we can always use the help.
I mean, I can always help if you need some help.
Well, you know what? Hey, you got some work boots? Cause
I do. I still have my prison boots.
Do you really?
Yes.
Where they at? Can we see them joints? Can we do some show and tell?
Hold on. All right.
Man, stop
I haven't put
playing.
them on in a very long time, but I still have them.
Damn, look at them joints. They look kind of clean too.
I mean, I haven't worn them, so.
What do you keep them for? Just to work in or just to remind you?
I don't know why. Just because they can still be worn, I guess. I don't know.
They might actually be kind of like a little fashion statement out here. They're not looking too bad at all. Folks, if you'd like to buy Shannon's used boots, I'm sure somebody would get some kind of entertainment out of those for probably a number of different reasons. No, I'm just kidding. But look, girl, I don't want to hold you up. What you got going on today? You working?
I'm working at 5 o'clock.
Well, I appreciate you. I'm sorry to hear about the troubles that you're having with probation and the fact that it's always something. More money is basically the motto for either the probations or the courts.
Oh, God, yes.
But you're doing what you need to do.
I'm trying. Slowly. Slowly but surely, I'm going to get everything taken care of.
Well, one thing about it, I don't know if it's this lighting that we got going on right here, but girl, you're glowing. And, you know, wrap this video up for me, Shannon.
You always do this to me. All right, how about this? Don't take anything for granted because you never know when it can all be taken away from you.
Ain't that the damn truth? Hey, good piece, girl. And the next time I see you is not going to be long from now. And we're going to get you back up in that kitchen and you can whoop some ass with some cooking.
All right, sounds good.
Hell yeah. Peace.